Let's be honest, there's no guidebook when it comes to relationships. So we end up having to stumble through life trying to figure things out for ourselves. What if there was a podcast that found the answers for you, that provided insight to build a successful relationship and ultimately find the companionship you've always hoped for? Welcome to the Girls Ask Guys show, where we answer the questions most people are afraid to ask when it comes to lessons in life and love. It's time to master this thing called life together with your hosts, John and Ashley.
And welcome back, all of you gagsters. Hey, I just want to do a really quick little note right here before we jump into these sex mistakes that women hate, but that guys make. So what I want everybody to know is that due to popular demand, we are increasing our show time from 30 minutes to roughly 45 minutes. You guys want the extra time? We're giving it to you.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, it's time to listen the fuck up because the women are getting tired of these mistakes that you are making that they absolutely hate.
Yeah, and it's like you can lead a horse to water, man, but you can't make him drink. And this is important. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to be able to touch on some women's stuff too, maybe, but even though women are pretty much perfect in bed all the time.
Yeah, and we are talking about the horizontal mambo, people. Yes, we are talking about
horizontal mambo. You know what we should do this show? We should see how many different ways we can describe sex without saying the word sex. We really need to do that.
Oh, I've got all kinds of little things. So I'm just going to drip them in this as we go.
That's exactly how it's going to go.
But guys, sex is like any other skill that is out there. But for some reason, everybody, both men and women, we treat it like something completely different. Look, you want to get good at driving a car? Well, you got to practice.
Right.
You want to bake an amazing cake? You got to practice.
Right.
It's like anything else. And unfortunately, sometimes you got to find somebody else to practice with.
No, you should always find practicing by yourself is not fornication, okay? There's a total difference. And that could be one of the problems, actually, is that you think because you think of something or you've seen it on TV somewhere that the person that you are copulating with wants to do that too. And guess what? They don't.
Oh, yeah. We do have an upcoming show that we are going to be talking about on that as well, because we've got tons of questions about why do guys constantly look at porn? Guess what? We got a show that we are going to be covering on that one as well. So, guys, if you want to be good, or let's just say somewhat mediocre, you got to know some rules.
Right. Like, honestly, I think most women would settle for attentive at this point. So, like, you don't even have to be that good. You just kind of have to pay a little attention.
Yeah. And if you keep breaking the rules, guess what? You start getting reviews. And yes, there are women out there that I've talked to. And yeah, if you're bad enough, they're going to tell all their friends about you.
They absolutely, of course. Okay, I don't know why guys talk about how women gossip all the time. The one thing, some guys do it, yes. As soon as it happens, a girl is on her phone like, you'll never guess what happened. And then she's going to tell everybody about your night of passion or lack thereof. So you need to be willing to, learn some stuff. And obviously we don't mean from porn. I mean, just obviously it's just like some of it. I think one of the big things is listening.
Yeah. If you're amazing, they're going to talk you up. If you're bad, they're going to talk.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So let's jump into this. The biggest complaint that women have.
John has a list, by the way.
Yes, I
didn't ask him how he got the list, but I know he has a list.
This is from years of talking with different women.
Years of disappointing women. Yes. He has made a list.
Yes. I've talked with different women about sex, and it's not that difficult. Guys, if you want to know, you got to go to the source. Okay?
It's a good plan, man.
Yeah. And we've covered it in other shows. When I break up with somebody or we separate ways for whatever reason, I do a full analysis. What worked, what didn't.
I'm like, bye, bitch. Don't call me no more. Like, I'm going to blast you on Facebook. John's like, he's got a whole book ready. Okay, let's do this. So, number one,
when the clothes come off, the guys go straight for the target. It's like, we are locked in. We are locked in. Target acquired.
Foreplay.
No foreplay.
Oh
It's just
my
like
God.
dives
Yes.
straight
I like
in.
that one. Seriously.
Guys, it's full body. Okay?
Right?
Use your hands.
Don't use your feet all the time,
Yeah,
ever, actually.
Yeah, don't use unless you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah,
But,
if she asks, but
yeah.
then run.
But yeah, it's full body, people. The clothes don't come off and you go straight for the target. It's everything. Okay? Girls are sitting there going, clothes are off. What are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, come up here for a minute.
Right. Yeah,
kinda,
my eyes are up here, buddy.
Do something.
Yeah.
Let's try something else before we get there. And women, hey, if we get this wrong, let us know. Okay?
You know, I think it's because here's why women usually, I don't think, stop men. Because they realize it's going to be bad and they're like, you know what?
A little bad is better than nothing.
No, it's like, let's just get this over with. We'll be done in like 5 minutes. So like, all right.
Yeah, which actually brings us to point number 2.
Sustainability.
Yeah, performance anxiety. Being in your head instead of in your body. Now, there is some of this that if you actually have anxiety in this department, and it is actually a true problem, go seek some counseling. But
yeah,
if you are just in your head and not in your body, it's like, okay, I need to do number 1. I need to do number 2.
Right.
I need to do number 3. Okay,
it's
4 isn't working yet.
Yeah.
Get some help in that department. Sometimes just normal anxiety exercise they can look up on the net, watching YouTube stuff. Sometimes that helps. But yeah, get out of get out of your head and quit trying to go point by point and be in your body and just let your body kind of take over without going straight to the target.
Stop thinking about you.
Yeah.
It's not about you. It's about the other person and what they're doing. Listen to them during coitus. Listen to their bodies. Pay attention to them because people can tell when you're thinking, and it's weird.
Yeah, we actually hit on this one a little bit further down the list, but yeah, it's not all about you. Let's see. Okay, this one I actually have to laugh at because it pertains to an upcoming show, but doing something for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
What?
It's kind of like you're sitting there and you're going off of tips and tricks.
Oh.
Okay, you've watched this.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, everybody.
God, guys are so dumb.
Yeah.
They really are.
And it's kind of funny when you actually hear the stories from the women because they're sitting there and they're going over and they're talking about sex, and they're like, you won't believe what this one guy did to me one time. And I'm like, and it's just, I can't think, but I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? He went from just like kissing on the mouth and kissing on the neck to trying to stick his finger up your butt. It's like, absolutely no reason whatsoever. It's just like from number 3 to like number 18.
Right, like calm down, dude. That's weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it because to me, it is getting stuff is like one of the most natural human things aside from like using the bathroom and breathing. So why are men so bad at it? Then again, have you ever seen a man's toilet? There's pee everywhere. So it's not, I guess it's not really a question of why are men so bad at it. The question is, why aren't they listening?
Well, who they're listening to is all the porn stars and what's put out there by their friends or what they see in the movies or whatever. They're going everywhere except where they need to go in order to get their information.
Yeah.
How do I get better? Well, they do it in porn, so it must work there. Or they're reading junk magazines, and a lot of this stuff, I see it on like going through the newsstand or going out to checkout counters. Look at the women's magazines. The 12 best possessions. Well, guys get that and they're like, "Ooh, okay."
It's not that difficult.
It's not that difficult. And when you're in the moment, everything should flow. It should have a natural rhythm.
Right.
It goes from here to here to here, and one thing builds on the next.
Right, exactly.
You're not at the base of Mount Everest and all of a sudden wind up at the summit, people.
Exactly. Climb, and you can't just run and climb because then you fall real fast and somebody's disappointed. Here you go. Just make the moves and talk to the person. Maybe not even talk to them. Just let them guide you. If you don't know what you're doing, then see what the other person wants.
Yeah, talk to them beforehand.
Right?
It's not that difficult. When you're in that flirty kind of moment, sex comes up. Or you sit there and they're nibbling on your neck, or you're nibbling on their neck, or whatever. Do you like that? What else do you like? It kind of flows with the topic. You're not sitting down and having a beer and going, so how do you like to be fucked?
Yeah. Oh my God. You'd be surprised how many like DMs people send like that. And you're like, do you know my name? Like, I mean, it depends on what you look like. I might respond, but like really the average person, they don't want that. What they want is an adult conversation.
Actually, if you want to be like their sex god, get really specific. Do you like this? Do you like that? And don't just jump into the topic and start flipping around the conversation. It should, just like actual sex, there's a rhythm to it. There's a flow to it. Don't push the topic.
And if they frown, then they don't like it.
Yeah. Pay attention to their body responses. I mean, are they kind of pulling back going, ooh, okay, this guy's a little bit fucking weird. Get him away from me. Or are they actually going through and they're reciprocating, asking you what you like?
Right. It's a very simple process. And that's why, like I said, I'm not sure why so many people are so bad at it. And it does come down to being selfish.
Yeah. Even afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it when I did this? How was it when we did this? I mean,
scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. I mean, are they willing to, and you have to, guys, you have to be willing to accept the feedback. If you're going to ask, you can't get pissed off when they say, yeah, that sucked. Okay. Or you could have done a little bit better. And hey, while you were down there, if you went like a millimeter before, I would have had multiples.
Or say something while they're down there too. Yeah, don't just sit there unhappy because that's weird and rude.
Yeah. And building on top of that one is don't be a know-it-all. Don't think that every person is the same.
This is the best advice anyone can ever give you. I want you to, if you're driving, pull over and listen.
Not every person is the same. Not every girl is the same. Not every guy is the same. Okay? So girls, hey, some of this pertains to you as well. Not as much as it pertains to the guy. Because guys, I tell you this, most of you suck.
Right. I can guarantee you.
Yeah. Okay. Not every girl likes to have their toes sucked. Okay.
Honestly, I don't know any.
Yeah. I've run into a few. I'm sorry. I don't suck on toes. It's not happening. Yeah. Yeah. Not every girl likes to have her ass smacked. You do that and you're going to be lucky if you don't get decked.
Right.
Especially if you haven't talked to them beforehand.
Exactly. That's why talking is important, because you try and do something that you did with your ex and you're like, well, my ex really liked it. I wonder if, and then you do it and that person just leaves.
Yeah. The last 3 girls loved it. Yeah. What's up with you? Just because they liked it doesn't mean this one likes it.
Right.
Do we need to go back and cover how to talk to somebody again?
Really?
I mean, we literally almost say this every single show. Talk to the person. Again, not everybody likes the same thing.
And you can't expect them to, just like you don't like the same thing as someone else likes. You can't expect people to just sort of all be the same when it comes to that kind of stuff. Some people are very robotic. And then if you don't like what they're doing and they like that kind of thing, it's perfectly okay not to be sexually compatible with someone. Just because you are interested in them doesn't mean you have to be sexually compatible. Guess what? You can still be friends.
Yeah. I mean, there's no problem with just being friends with somebody. I'm friends with lots of people, lots of girls. I'm just friends with them. It's not that difficult. And, guys can't be friends with girls without being sexual. I hate to prove you wrong, but yes, you can. I've actually gone from just being friends to be sexual to back to being friends.
Right.
And it's not weird. Go figure.
No. If you're mature enough, you can just get through things.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes there's a little bit of a backfire on it where sometimes it doesn't quite work at the beginning because you still have like these romantic feelings for them, but eventually it kind of fades off. You just got to be willing to talk through it. Not that weird.
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone forwards with it. I've gone backwards with it. Where, yeah, everything started off hot and heavy, and we just kind of like, oh, that was fun. So, yeah. Okay. Here's another one. This one, I'm just going to kind of give you a little tidbit on this one because there's another whole episode that covers this one. Not taking breaks. Okay? You're in the throes of it, and it's just constant banging away.
Just flopping around like a fish. Yeah, dude, just like, like, wow, this is so fun. There's nothing else happening.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, just kind of like doing the boom boom down. I mean, it's just,
like, it's not even a rhythm. It's just scattered drum hits.
Yeah, it's that whole, there's the target. We're going for it. And once you're in there, it's just constant bang town.
Yeah, it's very, very awful.
Yeah, you can sit there and you can actually take a break.
Imagine that.
Pay attention to your partner and how they are reacting. Because, again, there's highs and there's lows. You can start fast and slow down. And then you can kind of go fast again and then slow down. You can actually
start slow, go fast. You can start medium. You can stay medium, go fast, slow down. Just get a rhythm. Don't just pop all over somebody because it's not fun. It's not fun for anybody. Make it fun. Is that on the list? Make it fun?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. The whole experience should be fun.
Right.
And,
for everybody involved.
Yeah. But you can actually sit there and be going at it for a while and kind of step back, go get a drink of water, come back, and kind of fall right back into it. You don't have to do the 2.5 hour marathon.
Depends on who you're with.
Yeah, it kind of depends on who you're with. But if you've been with them for a while, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely stop.
Yeah, you can definitely stop.
By then, their expectations of you are so low that you probably never even start sometimes. So you don't have to worry about that, guys.
That's back to the performance anxiety thing.
I don't even think it's anxiety when you've been with someone for 2 years. You're just really bad at it.
Well, that's just you got to kind of mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, mix things up.
Yeah, mix it up.
Do it somewhere strange.
Go through the entire house or the entire apartment. Break in every room.
Yes, the entire place.
Yeah, figure out if that coffee table can actually take some stress.
Right, exactly. But you know what? Here's the catch-22 with that. Make sure your kids aren't home. Yeah,
and you probably want to get out some Clorox wipes afterwards.
Right? Yeah, because if you have, I mean, there's a catch-22 with everything, but also you just kind of just do different shit, man.
But here's the thing that I've found, and I've actually had some experts actually back me up on this. Some of these people that actually study
can you imagine that being your job?
Sex therapists. They help people out, figure out what's going good and what's going bad, or how to respice things up. When you take a break, when you come back to it, that peak that you're at, the next peak that you hit is actually higher. Meaning, you can actually have bigger and better orgasms.
What?
Yeah.
Some people will just settle for a orgasm, but listen, some people these days.
When I was kind of putting all this stuff together, I actually found in my notes how to have bigger and better orgasms. I think if I'm not mistaken, I actually have notes for how to give a girl 13 different ways to give a girl an orgasm.
There's books. Read a book. Like, I think that should be on the list if it's not. Read a book. Like, learn something about the human anatomy. You know what I mean? Don't just assume And don't just, I don't know, read a book. Do something better with yourself.
Yeah.
Like, just stop being gross.
There is value in education. Now,
Really?
of course, you do have the trash books out there. I mean, you can go and spend like $8, $10, $25 on a book, and there might be like one or two things in there you might be able to use, because pretty much what they did was they went out and copied a bunch of shit and slapped their name on it, said, I wrote a book.
Yeah.
Or you can actually find the really good ones, and you can actually get some pretty good information out of them. But a lot of my stuff comes from psychology, sociology, social psychology, and actual medical journals.
Yeah, all my stuff comes from asking. I'm just shameless, I guess, is the word you would use, because I don't know, I enjoy...
Well, when I started off, before I was actually
having
girls that I can actually really talk to about this stuff,
true.
it was like a bunch of medical journals and stuff.
Yeah, he like went all freaking technical
Oh,
analyst.
hell
and
yeah.
shit.
I dove knee deep in that shit. And then,
That's funny.
then what I did was I was like, hey, I came across this little bit of information. Is that true?
Right?
Yeah.
She's like, pepper spray. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I had a couple of them. They looked at me kind of weird. But yeah, from then on, it was like I just pretty much asked. Oh,
That's all you got to do. It's not that difficult. And honestly, if someone's not mature enough to have the conversation about sex with you,
they're probably
they're not
the
mature
person
enough
you
to
want
have
sex.
sex. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly just can't imagine being this old and someone being like,
Well, there's a lot of people and they're just like clammed up because of how they were raised.
That's true.
Like,
We are a very sexually repressed nation.
Oh yeah.
So it's not their fault.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want a really good education, go overseas.
Yeah.
Norway, Russia.
Honestly, anywhere.
Greenland.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, you can basically go anywhere, but
Well, yeah, pretty much any European country.
yeah.
There are nude public pools out there, so yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I forgot that was even a thing because I'm a disgusting pervert.
Norway has like full on nude beaches.
But I mean, we are as a society, as Americans. I mean, and this is for all the Americans. We're very, very sexually repressed.
Yeah, we're repressed. But that's what makes our show so good. We talk about the stuff everybody's thinking, but nobody's talking about.
Yeah, because you'll go to hell if you talk about it.
Yeah.
we're taking the freak. We're taking one for the team.
Yeah. Let's see the other big one. Okay. Like we said earlier, being overly focused on yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, we're in. Yeah. Okay. Win. Right. And she's sitting there going, what the fuck?
Like, I'm bored.
Yeah. She's just like, okay, that was a good 3 seconds. What about me?
What about me?
Yeah.
Jesus, if I had a fucking nickel. Oh my God.
Yeah, but we won. And she's just like, yeah, there's no pride.
Right. It's like you took all the Cracker Jacks and left her the shitty gift at the bottom.
Yeah, you kind of flip the script a little bit.
Let the other person go first.
Yeah, let the other person go first. How about splitting up the action a little?
Right? Like, it's not just the You show, man. Like, and that's the thing, a lot of people, and that's not just men, like, even some women are very overly aggressive, and they don't realize, like, it's about having fun. It's not about the end goal. It's like a journey, not a race or whatever the fuck you say.
But there's, on the flip side of it, is being too overly focused on their pleasure.
Yeah.
They're sitting there like,
that's the thing.
Yeah, I'd like to participate. Yeah, you can stop. Can I do something, please?
Right. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's the thing.
Yeah, usually that comes from like porn and stuff. I mean, the guy walks in and goes, I'm here. Okay, right? let's get you taken care of here.
Yeah, just like that too, in that creepy ass manner. And the girls are like, eh, and it just gets weird and noisy.
Yeah, they're sitting there and they're kind of like, what are you doing over there? Are you reading a book?
Right.
I mean, are you analyzing my reactions to see if I'm close or not?
That's funny. That's quite hilarious, actually.
It's really weird when you hear these stories, and that's actually a story that I actually heard a while ago. I can't even put a time frame on it, but
I bet.
I was sitting there, we were having this conversation about good experiences and bad experiences. Oh, yeah, a shit ton more of the bad experiences than I did.
Oh, well, you're a guy,
but,
so.
Yeah. But she's sitting there going through and telling me about this guy that just would not stop. He was like, "Are you close yet?" "Nope." "Okay." And
yeah, 1 and 2 and 3. "Are you close?" "Nope." 1, 2, 3. What about now?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And she's just like, after a while, I just kind of gave up.
Yeah, you kind of just...
I tried doing some stuff to him to kind of like hint at, hey, you can touch me here and do this and touch over there and do that. It might help me a little bit, but she was like, it was like he was like going down this checklist and just, she felt like she was being analyzed.
Yeah, that does happen.
So guys, it's not all about them and it's not all about you. Split it up. You're doing
it together.
You take the first 15 minutes and she'll take the second 15 minutes.
It's just easier.
Whatever.
Vice versa. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it really should just be like
it should be
everyone enjoying themselves at the same time. Why is it so difficult?
Yeah, just a little bit here and a little bit there. Okay, I'll do this to you for a little bit and you do this to me. And then we'll go back over here and then eventually we'll both wind up at the
Pleasure
end.
town.
Yeah.
It's just so ridiculous. I can't even believe it is 2020. If you are afraid to talk about sex, you should not be having it. And I mean that sincerely. And not because I'm saying like because it's important. It's important to any relationship. So if you don't feel that talking about sex is something necessary, then to me, you don't value a relationship. Because I really think that's the difference between being in a relationship and being in a friendship is being sexually attracted to someone.
Yeah. And sometimes that all that talking can actually lead to the end goal.
Right.
It's kind of hard to talk about it without kind of getting at least a little bit aroused by it.
Right.
So that's your end goal. If you're two consenting adults and you can actually have that conversation, guess what? Just don't be married when you do it. So,
yeah.
Or at least talk about it to your spouse.
Yeah, seriously. It's so, God, it's so important. Not only that,
I've heard it from wives. I wish you would do this. Well, have you mentioned it to him?
Yeah, right. No, I'm afraid to hurt his feelings. Like, why? Why are you afraid to hurt someone's feelings that you're married to? If anything, you should be afraid to be unsatisfied for the rest of your life. That, to me, is the thing, is there's this paralyzing fear of telling people what you want because you're afraid they're going to be upset with you. When in reality, you're only upsetting yourself.
Yeah.
And you deserve to be happy.
Exactly. I mean, there's no reason that you can't talk about it. And you can sit there and you can actually pleasure them and have them pleasure you back without being so overly focused on it.
It's not that difficult, people. Yeah. It's not that difficult. And I think one of the things people just don't realize is that this is like a new concept.
Yeah, it almost is.
Enjoying sex. Like, it's like a whole thing.
And everybody out there is saying, talk to them. But at the same time, everybody's like, I can't talk to them.
Right.
It's frustrating. Okay, I want to throw in this last little bonus here. And this is pretty much to all of you guys. Oh, this one, I constantly hear about this. Guys, okay. Being too focused on your own little willy there. Okay? Being overly focused on the pee-pee and sitting there going, it's too small, too crooked. I've got too much hair. I don't have enough hair. Oh my gosh.
Like girls? They think like girls?
Oh, well, they're saying that this is why I can't have sex.
Oh, no, sweetheart. No, that's not true. You just suck at sex. It's not about the size of the boat.
No. And again, that's a whole other show. Trust me, we're going to be getting into it.
No, I'm just kidding. But seriously.
But they're sitting there and they're like, "Oh, I can't have sex because I was following the porn star and I shaved off all the hair," or "I can't have sex because I haven't done anything down there and it looks like fucking 100 Acre
Harry
Woods.
from Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you got Cousin It walking down there.
yeah, like that's, I mean, for
Yeah.
every person, there's a person.
Yeah, but there's also, here's my thing, okay? Little Mickey is part of it. It's not the whole thing. Again, we're going all the way back up here to the top where we were talking about it's the whole body, okay? Include everything. I mean, you've got more than one tool, pun intended.
He's not telling you any stories. And that's the thing. I mean, I didn't even know that was an issue. If that's your issue, that's a dumb issue. Because if you're too afraid,
well, they're comparing themselves to the porn stars.
I mean, but there's some porn stars who aren't that big. There's fetishes. Like, that's the thing. Go where you're wanted and not where you just want to be.
Yeah.
There's a woman out there for everybody.
Yeah.
Or a man. Some men like men. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever you like to do, there's someone out there who's there.
Hey, I'll say this. If you're sitting there worried about if it's too small, look.
Probably is.
They can be 1.5 inches, but 1.5 inches traveling at high speed can still hurt.
I don't know if that's a good analogy. But maybe, I guess. Yeah, technically.
Yeah, I mean, that's how much, that's about, well, it's about 1 inch, but that's a 50 caliber bullet.
Okay, let's not go comparing penises to 50 caliber bullets, all right? Like, that's why, and you know what? This is why guys act the way they do. Because I don't know who has given men this authority to think that they're so awesome at everything and that women just live to worship them.
Oh,
but
hell no.
Like,
that's actually what I'm going against. But I'm just like, size is really not that big of a deal. And we're going to get into that on another show. It's not that big of a fucking deal because you have more than one tool available to you. You've got your hands, you got your mouth, you got
your toes sometimes, you got a full arm.
You got,
I'm just kidding.
You literally got like, hey, that's.
You have your mouth and not just like in your mouth way, but like you have words you can use. Words are sexy. Some people love words.
Yeah. Now, if you want to get absolutely scientific on this thing, and tell you the truth, I really don't remember where I pulled this from because I really can't read my own handwriting, especially back then. But look it up, okay? Do your homework and go look this up if you want to. The vast majority of all the nerve endings that a woman has downstairs is within the first 2 inches.
Boy, if they don't know, that's not the truth. Like this, I don't know who began the first lesson on human sexuality with women and forgot to mention the most important part of her nether regions. But let me tell you, apparently it's just like Waldo because motherfuckers can't find it. Go read a book.
Yeah, go read a book. If you want, go pull some science journals. Here's an idea. This is exactly what I did. Go down to your local university library and go look in the medical section. Ta-da! There's thousands of books.
Thousands.
If you really need to, you can go find the anatomy book, and then you can kind of work your way down. And if they actually have like a doctoral degree, like they have an actual medical sciences college, guess what you're going to find there? Books. And they tell you this shit. Within the first 2 inches is really where everything counts. So if you're 2.5 inches, guess what? You're good.
If you're less than that, then I mean, God bless you.
Yeah, even if you're less than that, there's
an inch there. I don't know.
There's an inch there, and you still got other tools available.
Right. Do better. Like, just be better. Don't sit there and just wish things were different. Go out there and use whatever the good Lord gave you and make it count.
Yeah. And all this, I've got the biggest dick in the world. I can satisfy. Well, let me tell you, a lot of women don't like. Again, that's on another show.
Yeah, that's another show. But I mean,
the vast majority of women really don't like the extremely big ones.
Nobody wants a broken cervix. Okay, like there's balance here, and I think that's the thing is you're thinking too when it comes to this. You're basically it's paralysis by analysis. You're thinking too goddamn much. Just get out there and let somebody do it with you. It's that simple.
Yeah, and if they're extremely aroused, they're not going to matter anyway.
Yeah, Yeah, but you have to first do that, which is where foreplay comes into action. If you're
foreplay is the whole body, full body,
right?
everything, not just the target area.
Really, it's very simple, people. You guys just really need to deal with it, and just kind of if you're having doubts, talk to the person you're with.
Get some feedback. Learn. Was this good? Was that good? Do you like this? How about this? Would you mind if I tried this? But can I do this? Could you do this to me?
Right.
Oh my God, it's not. Oh,
and accept the no.
Yeah, accept the no. Which, again, I keep referring to this. You're not going to be able to miss the title, people, because we're only a couple of shows away from it. Trust me, you're not going to be able to miss it. But yeah, if you need more information on this, look, we're going to have a little bit of more information on this. It's going to be on the website. It's going to be in the blogs. So you won't be able to look it up there. And just do a little bit of a shout out here. If you're having problems meeting somebody, guess what? You asked for it. We're putting it together. We got a little mini or micro course. We're going to show you how to actually meet somebody. Beginning to end. We're not leaving this to chance.
We're even having PDFs for you to take and for you to fill out to do some self-introspection. And this way you can, I'm sure if you listen to the show and you're like, well, this is all fine and good, but I have to actually work up the courage to talk to someone. That's kind of where this is coming from. We want you guys to know that we're here every step of the way, and we want you to let us know what you need. So please, definitely leave comments, send us emails. You know how to reach us.
Yeah, and we appreciate all the 5-star reviews that you guys are giving us on Apple and stuff like that, but we need to kind of catch up the little Google's part. So, yeah, if you can leave us some 5-star reviews or a review, doesn't have to necessarily be 5-star, but we would appreciate
just
it.
Rate and review us on Google, iTunes, Stitcher, whatever. Rate and review us. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to hear. That's kind of what we're looking for. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Girls Ask Guys Show, Twitter, which is like Girls Ask Guys 19 or something like that.
Girls Ask Guys SH1.
SH1.
They wouldn't allow the last 3 letters, so it's like SH1.
Oh,
the
so
number.
Girls Ask Guys 1.
Yeah, I tried putting in SHOW or the last 2 letters. OW. Too many.
Unreal. So follow us there.
Yeah, and look, you asked for it. You're like, hey, we keep talking about how to meet people and everything else like that. So what we did was we took all that information and we condensed it down into, like, I think we're doing it in like 3 parts, I think.
Yep, 3 very simple episodes.
Yeah, 3 very simple episodes. We're walking you through it, beginning to end. We're not leaving anything to chance.
You'll be able to get a date.
Yes, you'll be able to get a date, hopefully before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, right. And if this comes out after Valentine's Day, hopefully before Easter, because apparently that's where we're going these days.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, how much time is that?
We are pretty much out of time.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you found this helpful, girls, hey, did we leave anything out? That is something I want to know. Ladies, you asked the question. You said, why is it that guys just don't get it? How come they keep making these same fucking mistakes over and over again? It's like guy after guy after guy after guy after guy.
It's like you guys all went to the same fucking school.
Yeah. So, yeah, did we miss something? Okay? Just real fast, back over it again, just in case you missed it the first time. Stop going straight for the target. Stop being in your head and get into your body a little bit more.
Into your body.
Don't do things without any friggin' reason.
Right.
There's a
Calm
normal
down,
flow.
King Sabi.
Yeah. Actually talk before you do. Make sure it's okay. Make sure it's what they like. Next one, take breaks. Ask for feedback. Don't be a friggin' know-it-all because apparently you don't. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Shit, I would be willing to say, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, don't be overly focused on yourself. Don't overly focus on them. And don't worry about little Willie size.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody freaking cares. So
and whoever does, she's not right for you.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it? How did she put it to me? For every lid, there is a dog.
I like that. I like that a lot. I really did. Cool.
Okay. So with that, we're out of here.
That's all for this episode of the Girls Ask Guys show, where all of us learn to master this thing called life together. For more answers to your questions on life and love, be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss a single episode. And head to girlsaskguyshow.com to submit your questions for a future episode or apply to be a guest on the show. Good luck out there, and we'll catch you next time, right here on the Girls Ask Guys show.